I'm currently on the way from the car park with my coffee to be on BBC Breakfast Live. Is this not just the craziest thing you've ever heard? Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new vlog. I'm Lee from Mortgage Freely. I talk about money and mum life on the internet. And today I thought we'd kind of do a bit of a bonus vlog because I'm actually doing some kind of crazy stuff. So I thought we'd do maybe 36 hours in my life as an almost 40-year-old accidental content creator. And what I mean when I say accidental content creator is I intended to create content, obviously. I created an Instagram account and started making content. What I didn't realize is that I was going to be able to monetize it to the point where I have now, where it's actually half of my income. And I only actually started doing it in my mid-30s. I'm now 39, I'm actually 40 this year. So I feel like I've come into content creation as a paid creator quite late in the game. And I kind of look at my peers in the similar spaces to me, which is finance content creation, and think, oh my gosh, I'm so much older than you guys. Like, I'm so much older than them. Obviously, I'm also a mum of 2. My youngest is 2.5. I am a part-time employee. I had a job before I started this account. I think I'd just gone back from maternity leave when I started the account, and then I had a second maternity leave during that time. And as a result of having the children, I have reduced my hours at work. So I'm now a part-time employee. However, I've been able to go further part-time because of the income that I bring in from my pages. So I have an Instagram account with around 46,000 followers. I do have a TikTok, but if I'm being honest, something about me and that just don't gel at the moment, which is something I want to work on in 2025. Just over a year ago, I started this YouTube and I'm loving it. So I'm a tiny account here, and it took me almost a full year to get monetized. I'm so proud of myself for sticking with it. I have done a video previously about how I make money as a content creator. I will link that in the description box in case you're interested. But today I thought it'd be really fun as a bonus vlog to take you along on 36 exciting hours in my life. Because after having 2 kids, now approaching 40, I find it so cool that I get opportunities to do new things, like have new experiences. And some of the things we're doing today are bucket list things, like things that not everyone gets to do. And now that my youngest is old enough for me to sort of take time away from them, I can go away overnight now, and I feel comfortable enough to do that, obviously with my husband looking after them. I'm really leaning into just making the most out of this crazy ride because I don't know how long it's going to last. So I want to get the most out of it whilst it's happening. I'm very much of the mindset that this whole situation is temporary and it's just going to be a chapter in my life that I can look back on and say, I did that. So when it comes to these kind of crazy opportunities, I'm definitely in my say yes era. And that's kind of something I want to talk about because the things that we're doing today, you might look at them and think, oh, she must be making loads of money from doing that. I'm not. And I just want to lift the lid on that a little bit. So here's what's happening today. So we'll go from 6 a.m. today, which is Tuesday, to about 6 p.m. tomorrow. 6 a.m. this morning, I was driving to Warrington because last night, literally last night, I got an email from BBC Breakfast asking me to be on live as the money saving expert. And I just so happened to have taken leave from work because of the event I'm going to tomorrow. So I said, yeah. So I was at Warrington Market at 6:15 this morning and I was on BBC Breakfast Live with Nina Warhurst. It's actually the 3rd time I've been on BBC Breakfast, which is crazy. And we were talking about food inflation and ways to save money on groceries, which is such an important topic. I do get a small disruption fee, but it's a minimal amount. So I'm not doing it for the money. Obviously, it's great exposure. You never know who's watching. And it's the experience, being able to say, I went on BBC Breakfast Live talking about money saving tips. Me, almost 40-year-old me from the north of England, not one drop of social media management experience, not the tiniest bit. Just a mum who learnt about budgeting and finances on maternity leave. So that's what we did this morning. I've been frantically trying to get my bag packed because I'm heading to London today. And I'm now at the local shopping centre because I just don't have business clothing. At midday, I'm on the train to London. I'm staying in a hotel overnight because at 8 a.m. I need to be at the House of Lords. The House of Lords. I'm speechless, honestly. I've been invited to an event to talk about the gender investment gap with AJ Bell, who are a huge finance brand. So I'm really excited to hear what their report has shown. Hopefully I'm going to be meeting up with a few other content creators that I haven't met before because I feel like I know everyone online, but I don't actually know any of them and I haven't met them. So it's really exciting to be able to sort of put a face to a name and make that actual in real life connection. But again, if you assume that I'm being paid to go to the House of Lords because it sounds very exciting, I absolutely am not. I'm from the north of England. Travel to London is expensive. London hotels are expensive. It's all business expenses for me. And as a self-employed sole trader, what that means is everything apart from the tax comes out of my business profit. It's not the same as working for a company where they pay for your travel and you're not liable for it. And let me just be clear, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm so excited and grateful to be invited to these events and to have the option and freedom to say yes. Because I am still an employee, I've been able to reduce my hours so I don't have to be at work as much, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to be allowed to have holidays on these days, and I've been able to get leave. I'm really glad that I can actually go and have these experiences because I have been wanting to get invited to a fancy London building for a while, and it's finally happening. So I thought it would be fun to take you along with me and just give you a little insight into what life as an accidental 40-year-old, very northern family and finance content creator is like. Let's rush into these shops. I have not got much time. I'm pushed for time today. Obviously, I wasn't expecting to be on BBC Breakfast this morning, so that kind of put a bit of a spanner in the works of my timeline. What I'm trying to find is a black blazer and a black coat, either or, but I don't have either of them. I'm going to try a new look first. There's also a Next here. I hope they don't let me down, but honestly, I don't have a lot of luck in the shops looking for things I actually need, so we'll see if we can find them. If we can't, it's tough. Me and my charity shop dress will be going to the House of Lords regardless. I went into New Look. I've been in Matalan. I went in Next. Next was really disappointing. They had basically nothing in the sort of suit variety. So I've ended up with this sort of super cheap £24 from Matalan little blazer thing. It's got the nice, I don't know what you call that, ruche sleeves. It's actually quite nice for the price. And then I got this like laptop backpack from New Look. It was $29.99. So how long it will last me, I don't know. However, I don't think I can rock up to the House of Lords with a leopard print Vans backpack. I thought this last time, I just felt really out of place. So we've got that as a placeholder for now because the proper nice laptop bags that are really durable are quite expensive. And there are no shops that sell them by me right now. So that's what we've got. I paid for it on my business card, because frankly, my personal life does not have the budget for these items. I'm heading home now, going to make sure I've got everything I need. And I've got to drive to the train station, park overnight there, go get the train to London. This is my meal deal for the train. I should be able to claim this back as a business expense because I'm literally going to be on the train at lunchtime. I went for the upgraded meal because my theory was I was going to go and get myself an actual Starbucks because I need the coffee today. I've been up since 5 a.m. My alarm actually went off at 4:55. But it was £5 for this meal deal. It would have cost me more than £5 for a medium Starbucks. So this is what I got. I'm going to drink this now. These are going on the train with me. Yes, it is I, in the car once again. I've just arrived at the train station car park. It's going to cost me, I think it's £18. It's £9.50 per day. And I'm going to be here today and tomorrow. £19? £19. I may be a money influencer, but mental arithmetic takes me a minute. All I have to do now is get my butt from this car over to the train station, which is a little walk, but it's not far. My train's in about half an hour. I've got my meal deal for the train. I've got my Kindle. I've got my laptop. And then I think I'm going to go straight from the train station to the hotel because the train gets in at 2:20. I think I can check in at the hotel at 3 o'clock. So by the time I get over there, we should be pretty good to go. After that, I have no plans. I feel like really under pressure to make the most of the time while I'm in London because going to London is not a thing I did before I did content creation. I've been to London I think exactly once before. I think I've been now 3 times. I always feel like really under pressure to like make the most of the time and do stuff and I have no idea what to do, so I don't know what the plan is. Quite frankly, I might just hang out in my room. I'm so tired. Hopefully I'll meet up with some of the other girls for dinner, but the plan is there is no plan. So we'll see what we get up to. And the next time we chat will probably be in London. We've arrived at the hotel, so I thought I'd give you a little room tour before I mess it up. They said they've upgraded me to a suite, so I have like a random waiting area. So coming in from the door, we've got the bathroom. which is super cute, really traditional. They've got like Penhaligon's bath and shower stuff. Waiting area. Got a coffee maker. I have never yet once in my life successfully made a coffee out of one of those, so we'll see how that goes. And then the bedroom. I mean, what a bed, right? Got my desk where I can write my memoir. Beautiful view. No sign of a glass of Prosecco on arrival though, which my booking did say I would get, so I might ask about that. This room was actually a bargain for a London hotel room. It was £150, but I used Secret Escapes and I used someone's referral code, so I got £25 off because I was spending £150. It doesn't include breakfast, but I'm not actually going to be here anyway, so... Just got back from going out for some dinner with two of the other content creators that are here, Beth and Katie. So it's really nice to like actually meet them in person, basically talk their ear off. So the conversation was super easy considering we'd never met before. I actually got the tube from where I am over to where they're staying because they're staying within walking distance of where we're going tomorrow at the House of Lords. And I'm so glad I did because I walked all the wrong ways to the tube station, which delayed me. And also I was walking in the boots that I'm going to be wearing tomorrow. It was not fun. So now I know how to get to the tube station, and I also know not to take the stairs at Lancaster Gate. I went down this staircase that said something like, there are 78 steps in this staircase. I was going down them. I don't think I realised how many steps 78 steps is in boots when you just walk the wrong way. So that was a life lesson. And I wanted to head back a little bit early because it's the first time I've ever got the tube at night on my own in London. So I was a little bit nervous, it was totally fine, but I'm definitely ready to wash all of the tube smell off me. Obviously I'm not from London, but what did you guys do during COVID with the tube? It just seems like the closest together you can get as people. Touching the handrails, touching the things to stop you from falling over. So I'm definitely ready to wash it all off. Get into bed, and I downloaded some YouTube vlogs that I want to watch. I might see if I can make myself a cup of tea. Anyway, time for me to shower and chill. And enjoy having a bed to myself with no little people climbing in it.
I don't know, this past winter has felt...
It's Wednesday morning. I'm dressed, I'm ready to go. I've got my little Matalan £24 blazer on. This is the outfit. I'm just about to head to the House of Lords. It's about 20 minutes on the tube from here. I've no idea if it's cold outside, but it's very sunny. I don't know what I'll be able to film in the building, but I'll take you with me for as much as I can. Got back to the hotel from the event, quickly got changed into my scruffs for getting the train back. Honestly, I've never been so happy to take a pair of boots off in my life. I feel like every time I come to London, I sort of learn a new thing and improve every time I come. And next time I definitely need lower heeled boots, but that go with like formal dress, because I don't own any. The only ones I have, which are super comfortable, but they're grey and they didn't go with my outfit. I think I'm a little bit like, I guess, starstruck in a way, to have been invited to such an important event in such a historical building with such an insane bunch of people. For me, it felt a little bit like being in a room with a bunch of celebrities, because these people I have been watching, some of them for years now, and I feel like I know them. They probably have no idea who I am, but I feel like I know them. I am that person who thinks that they know everyone because they've seen them on the internet. I don't get invited to loads of events. And even though I am extremely socially anxious, like you might not think it, but talking to a camera is one thing. Talking to actual real life people, completely different thing. I am extremely socially anxious. And I definitely have good days and bad days with it. Some days I really, really struggle. And people must think, I'm rude, but I'm not. I'm just anxious. But today I was definitely able to just go for it. And I was like, I am going to get the most out of this visit. So I really pushed myself out of my comfort zone to just go and say hi to all the people I wanted to say hello to. There were a couple I think I missed. But if I had the opportunity, I just went and introduced myself to people and was like, I think I know you. You don't know me. I'm Lee from Mortgage Free Lee. And I just wanted to come and say hi. And I'm really proud of myself for doing it. I don't know if they thought I was weird. But for me, I'm just glad I didn't let the opportunities to say hello to all these content creators that I've been watching for all this time pass me by. So the event was hosted by AJ Bell, who are a huge finance brand. And essentially they've done a report about the gender ISA gap, which essentially covers the fact that women have less invested in stocks and shares ISAs in the UK than men. And it's so pertinent to me because I became a content creator accidentally after teaching myself about finance and budgeting after having my baby. Now, I think, as far as I know, I'm definitely the first person in my immediate family to invest. I didn't have peers that spoke about investing. It's not conversations that ever happened. And part of my journey has been teaching myself about personal finance, and I have taught myself how to invest, what it means, what the terms mean, how to actually do it. And it's a bit scary sometimes to take a risk. I think I say in my Budget With Me videos, I am the most risk-averse person you could ever hope to meet. But yet I have managed to take the risk to dip my toe into investing. And I just wish it was easier for me to share my knowledge around that with other women and other people who might be interested in investing. So I've got a lot to think about from the event. But if I'm being honest, I was just so happy to be there. Like, so happy to be invited, so happy to be included. So happy to have the experience. And one thing about creating content, especially at my age, is that I just feel like it's reignited a creative spark in me that traditional employment doesn't allow, or my personal traditional employment doesn't allow. And it's been such a creative outlet for me to be able to sort of make something out of nothing. And I'm just feeling really grateful about it all today. So it's been so nice to be able to take you along with me. It's 11:30 now. I have to check out by 12, so I'm gonna just make sure I've got everything together. I might just walk over to Hyde Park because it's literally right by the tube station. And I like to sort of tick something off the list. Although we did already tick off going inside the House of Lords. So we have done enough really. And then I need to check what time the trains are to get back up to Warrington, get my car, and get back home. Where I know my house will be in chaos because bless my husband, but when you're on your own with the kids, you're outnumbered. But thanks for coming along with me on this 36 hours in my life as an accidental, almost 40-year-old content creator. I hope you've enjoyed it. Most of my content is sort of on everyday money saving, budgeting and all that stuff. So this kind of behind the scenes content is not something I do very often, but it's such a momentous occasion for me that I wanted to vlog it. So do let me know if you enjoy this sort of content. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see in terms of the fact that I create content. But whatever you do, please drop me a comment because you have no idea how much dropping a comment on a video like this can help a little channel like mine. I'm Lee from Mortgage Free Lee. I talk about money and mum life on the internet. I do Aldi shopping hauls, I do Budget With Me's, we sort my life out, and sometimes we go to the House of Lords to talk about the gender ISA gap. I upload on Saturdays at 9 AM, so click subscribe and never miss an upload, and I will see you on the next one.